Hello my lovelies, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about a TikTok star once again, or star who is most likely about to be cancelled, who was not very long ago just still rising and on the rise, and now they seem to be in the middle of their little downfall. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I kind of love watching the downfall because the rise was kind of scary. So, the specific TikTok creator who we are talking about is Miss Tino. Now, I understand that there are a lot of different things that you as a creator would love to talk about, but there are certain things that you really shouldn't be talking about in public and or on an app that was made specifically for children. Like, it was made for children, and the majority of people who are using this app are children. And then there's the fact that they were filming their specific content in an actual children's amusement park. Now, we're going to get completely into this really quickly, but one thing that I am going to say is that they are also known for going and bothering people within the food industry, which I'm going to be honest, does not sit well with me. Okay. So, yeah. Let's get started and checking this out. I don't really want to. I actually want to throw up every time I think about this person, but we're gonna watch the video anyway. Okay, I got my sound blockers on. I'm not excited for this.
My apology is that I didn't make more videos of Disney. I wish I had filmed myself more. I can see how much of a nerve that video touched, more than I expected.
Let me get this gay real quick, Tino. Now, instead of taking into consideration, maybe I crossed the line.
Honey, AJ, I have never heard you be more correct. Like, seriously?
While simultaneously admitting you're living for the rage bait.
Come on.
No matter whether it affects the trans community in a positive or negative way. I'm not ready for this.
Oh, thanks, speaking the truth.
No one was listening. Two, even if they were listening, you talking about cake pops and marshmallow ones. Like, you'd have to kind of know a little bit more to really understand what I was saying. But let's say you did understand what I was saying and you were listening, which no one was. It's no different than talking about a hip replacement or
so
directly to children about gender.
Seriously, you honestly wish that you had filmed more at Disney. I'm just pausing you for a second, AJ. I'm sorry, baby. But let me get this straight. You
shouldn't have to use cake pops.
You're
willing to bet money that your age restrictions, 18 and over, is not set up on your videos.
I think the reaction is actually kind of funny.
But you're sitting here thinking that nobody was listening.
No, it actually was.
The one and only thing that you regret is not filming more videos in Disney, in Disneyland, where there are children running about.
I think it's funny when LGBTQ acceptance continues to decline. Of course, it's how I feel. I felt like filming it there. I felt like that was the time and place that I wanted to speak about it. Of course, all about
that's right, AJ.
People around you and how it might affect them. And that's not a red flag to you? You're surrounded by children and that's what you decide to talk about?
Queer people are allowed to exist in Disneyland and talk about being queer. If you think that's a problem, then you have a problem.
The problem is not people existing. The problem is the location.
Disney wasn't the time and place. I don't care if that's where you were or that's what you wanted to talk about. There are... Thank you, AJ. Exactly. And to extend a little bit on what AJ is trying to say directly to Miss Tino, is the fact that you are surrounded by non-consenting people. Nobody else around you is consenting to hearing you talk about you having your stuff medically redesigned. Like, nobody around there is actually consenting to being a part of that. There are like people going behind you in the background, like you're literally sitting there being as loud as you can in the middle of a Disney park at a food court where there are children present, everybody can hear you. And if that video, like AJ said, was not directed towards children, then why are you talking at the camera as if you are talking to children? Why are you talking about it as if it is food and not what it is? Yeah. And we're going to get a little bit more into the food thing, the weird food comparisons and stuff, and the fact that he only ever does, or she, sorry, I apologize, Miss Tino, the fact that she only ever does this in public places, at restaurants, and or in food courts. I've never seen a single video of this person doing these weird food-related gender reassignment videos in their own home, not once. I've only ever seen them doing it in public, which, once again, anybody within earshot can hear you. You are talking about things having to do with surgical procedures upon your genitalia in areas where there are minors present, and not a single other person other than possibly your mom who was in the Disney video with you. Not a singular one of those other people is actually a consenting party to this type of conversation, or a consenting party to being in this video. So, like, and I mean, I get it, it's a public place. Other people are going to go into the background of your video. But the fact of the matter is, you're in a place where there are kids running around. There are children in the background of this video. There are children. You can hear kids all around you. And you are talking about having a salami stick turned into a tortellini. You nasty. There are babies around. You gross. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that one. Like, seriously? You actually have to be demented in order to think that that is an appropriate conversation to have in front of anybody's children, including anybody's child, including your own. Like, and I know that Lily doesn't have kids. So, what the fudge? Why? What's up with the obsession with doing things in public air, with talking about this specific thing in public areas where there are children present? That's my question. That's creepy. It's weird. I don't like it. So, then there is a next one. Now, the next one that I would love to talk about is the fact that, once again, this is at a restaurant. There is, yeah, buongiorno. Look at this. Okay, so this is, once again, Lily Tino. Once again, in a public place, with a fake mustache on, creating little genitals out of her food, so that she can talk about this specific subject in a manner that they are calling child-friendly, or that I'm saying would be the only way that would be even remotely child-friendly to talk about this to your peers around children. Now, the fact of the matter is that you should not be talking about this around anybody who isn't directly asking you during a private conversation within the privacy of your own gosh darn home. Nobody in the public areas is consenting to you talking about your genitals. It's weird, it's gross, you're being creepy, and not only that, but let's watch through this one, just because not only is this extremely messed up and really creepy, but the fact of the matter is, watch the way that she's doing this. She's ruining this food. She is actually destroying this food. Like, I wouldn't want to eat this the way that this bitch is doing that. Like, look at that. Yeah, she just munched down this. Like, literally, this is just... Yeah, why are you cutting your manicotti? And watch this. shoving their fingers into it that are probably covered in sunscreen, like a nasty bitch. And the disgusted face, the absolutely disgusted face that this person takes when they are taking a bite of this food that they just got at a restaurant that they are now playing with their probably sunscreen and bug spray coated freaking hands in the middle of God knows where. They're obviously in public, they're comparing food to their genitalia, and they have a random piece of spaghetti in the middle of their manicotti, which doesn't come with frickin' spaghetti. So what the hell is going on here?
And just like that, we have created a brand.
Can somebody explain? This is just messed up. And the worst part of this specific video to me isn't even the fact that just the fact that they are doing this in public. It's not the fact that this person is doing this in public. It is the disgusted look on their face when they take that bite, as if it does taste bad, it isn't their own fault, because they just shoved their fingers all over it. Like, there is no possible way. Like, I understand that whoever this is in a city or whatever, but there is no way that this person isn't covered in sunscreen and freaking bug repellent, shoving their hands into their food. No wonder it tastes bad. That's your own gosh darn fault. Like, come on now. Get a grip. And watch this. This is the worst part. Small tube of spaghetti. Fish.
New tortellini. One final and important note. I know this doesn't look like an appetizing tortellini, but after it's healed, it will. The aesthetics of the surgery have come so far in the past few decades, and the results are truly mind-blowing. And one final note. It's been Lily the whole time. A buongiorno.
So... yeah, you're just cutting your food up and not doing anything. Like, you're not even actually eating your food. You are literally going to a restaurant to play with your food and throw it away. Not only is this a waste of food, you're doing this in a public area. You're shoving your freaking nasty old sunscreen-covered hands into your manicotti and then making nasty, grossed-out looking faces while you're eating in a restaurant. I hope to God that you didn't tag the restaurant, because my God, everybody's gonna think their manicotti nasty because of that nasty old face that you just made. Like, what's wrong with you? Oh, shut the fudge up, Lily. No, shoot. As if anybody could not have figured that out. Like, seriously. Come the fudge on. You actually think that nobody would have been able to figure that out? You're so freaking weird. Come on now. Come on. I know that your mama raised you better than this, and if she didn't, then something's wrong. Somebody needs to get a hold of your father figure. Please? Your grandpa? Anyone? Somebody to smack you out of your gosh darn delusion? Please? Anyway.
You know, it sounds crazy, but trans women can...
I'm sorry, what?
...to feed a baby. Here's how. Step 1, you must grow your coconuts. After about 3 to 5 years of estrogen, you will have fully functional milk ducts from which you can feed a baby. Once your coconuts are grown, it is time to start producing milk. Now, normally getting pregnant is milk production, but since trans women can't get pregnant, we must do it another way. Turns out this is not all that difficult to do. Just add a few extra hormones and supplements and pump your coconuts regularly, and you will start producing milk.
Why would a man want to produce milk? It wouldn't be. It's coming out of a man's... Okay, please show me the science. Show me any article from any scientist that is proving this. This is ridiculous.
What is produced is healthy and can always be supplemented with formula. Ultimately, the act of feeding your child yourself is affirming to anyone, not just trans people. It also helps
I don't think that any real woman who actually produces milk and is actually able to have children needs to be affirmed by breastfeeding. That's not an affirming thing for anyone. You need help, Lily Tino.
And the plan up until
good, you should get banned from Disney.
reconfigured into a marshmallow.
So
Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow.
This here was the first video that
the inside of the tongue,
I had noticed
hair growing there, or else
that
it's very uncomfortable. So I talked to my surgeon,
needed to be
said
addressed,
it would be best to postpone
that
the procedure until
cannot not be addressed.
This is
What the
disappointing because I was
fudge?
really excited
I
to
can
have
hear
marshmallows
kids
sooner. That being said,
in the
it's
background.
still happening. We're just not sure when it's happening. Hair removal is a fickle thing, and it's really hard to predict when it will finish. But my hair removal technician thinks it will be before
I can
the
literally
end of the year.
hear
So,
people talking about, like, children asking what he's talking about in the background.
My mom's here, by the way.
This is not the time or place.
Marshmallow tunnel. I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned. I get a lot of questions about how gender can...
Nobody gives a shit if it is happening or is not happening. What we give a shit about is the fact that you're not only putting it online for unconsenting people to have to watch. Actually, we don't have to watch it. We can just go away. But look at that, your mama there. Why your mama there? Well, I understand why your mama there, because you obviously just a giant frickin' toddler that can't understand that other people have thoughts, feelings, and boundaries, and that you are not the only human being in the world, Latino. But, yeah. I understand that you don't know that you're not the only person on Earth. But you also need to realize that you aren't the only person on Earth. Your mama should have taught you that. And your mama should have taught you that not everybody has to go with exactly what you want when you want it. And you need to be appropriate for other people to be around in public. Okay? Obviously, nobody else is getting through to you, so I'm gonna talk to you like a baby, like one of the toddlers that I used to nanny, because that's the only way that anybody's gonna get through to you, Lily. Nobody else is going to be able to make you understand unless they talk to you like you're a freaking 5-year-old that doesn't know how to, like, seriously. Nobody's gonna... Goddamn. Like... the fact of the matter is that you are literally acting like a... I don't even really know how to say this without sounding hateful. Oh my gosh. You're acting like a spoiled, self-centered, evil SOB who doesn't understand that other people have rights. And other people have the right to not listen to you talk about your genitals. I would love to know how many times I've said that word in this video. And I am glad that you were going to get banned from Disney.
I get a lot of questions about how gender can just be assigned at birth. How do you assign a gender?
It's not assigned. You are born the specific... Yeah, it has to do with your hormones and your genitals.
The way they determine which sugar packet you get is an educated guess based on your body. So typically when people have bodies like mine, they will give you a
I'm sorry,
sugar
YouTube.
packet.
Go ahead,
Now,
age
I held on
restrict
to
this.
blue
I
sugar
don't
packet
care
for many
anymore.
years, and I never liked it. In fact, I always thought it was a terrible fit for me. I'm just not an equal person. In fact, I'm more of an enjoy person. But I was given the sugar packet. What am I supposed to do? Now here's the rub. You're given a sugar packet, but you actually have another sugar packet in your pocket that is your true sugar packet. So I, 27 years in, looked in my pocket and found out, ooh, the pink one was here all along. I actually am an enjoy pink sugar packet.
How are you comparing yourself to sugar, honey? Ain't nothing sweet about your ass.
As an enjoy sugar
Okay.
packet in
Okay.
2024.
I'm sorry, there's nothing sweet about you. I don't know why you calling yourself a sugar packet. Ain't nothing sugary sweet there, honey. Ain't nothing going all... No. I'm sorry, you are not a sugar plum. Ain't nothing sweet about you. You ain't no sugar cane. You probably still have a sugar cane, but you are not sugar cane. Okay. Ugh. And no, there's no, oh, gender can be assigned at birth, blah, 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 blah. No, you're an idiot, Miss Tino. You have absolutely no clue what you're talking about, and I actually think that you are a menace to society who needs to be stopped specifically because you are spreading your bull cheese on an app made for children that is primarily used by youngins in public areas where you know that there are most likely going to be minors present. You're a sick fuck. Like, you are actually the sickest. You are the dumb fuckery that we need to keep to a minimum today. Nobody can fix you because you're fucked. Are you getting that? Are you understanding? Is it sinking in? Because you're messed up. If you're doing all this stuff in the areas that you're doing it, something's wrong. I ain't playing your games, miss. I ain't playing them.
Polyamory 101
like,
starts
seriously.
now. Let's take the hypothetical example of Bob and Michelle, a monogamous
Polyamory
couple.
101
While
on
they're very
TikTok.
happy together, Michelle
Really?
realizes that her needs are not completely fulfilled by Bob. She voices these
I agree with
concerns to
AJ.
Bob,
If you do
suggesting
not
that
have the
with open
18
communication,
plus
of course, they might
moderations
both be
turned
happy with
on,
a different
like so that
arrangement.
nobody
Bob
over
is
under the
hesitant
age
at
of
first,
18
but
can see
Michelle
your
is making
content,
good
then you
points,
are an
and if
absolute monster.
strengthening
You are
the
actually
relationship is a
advertising this stuff to
possibility, he's
children.
open to trying. The following Friday, Michelle goes on a
There's
date
something
with Kim,
severely
while Bob goes
wrong
on a
with this
date
type
with
of an outlook.
Jane. At the end of the night, Michelle and Bob
Why are
reconvene
you
and
explaining
discuss
this
their dates.
on
Turns out that
TikTok?
Michelle and Kim
At
were
least you're
peers, while Bob
inside
and
in
Jane
your own
shared
house
kiss.
in
And
like
to
a private
Michelle's
area while
surprise,
you're talking
she
about
feels a little
something like
jealous.
this for
But Bob,
once.
having done his
For
research
once.
now, reminds
But
Michelle
it's still
that his
being
love for
posted
her is
primarily on TikTok, which
unwavering.
is
His
a
date with Jane
huge
doesn't change him. And as
issue.
far as jealousy
You
goes,
shouldn't be
Bob
talking
suggests that they go
on
a special
TikTok,
date the
which is an
following
app
night,
primarily
just the
used
two
by
of them, where they
youngins,
can
about
reaffirm their love
polyamory.
for each other. As time goes on, Michelle
It's not okay. Okay. I can't listen to any more of that. That's actually going to hurt my brain, Miss Tino. You are a large part of what is wrong with society. So there are quite a few different things that I can personally be okay with when it comes to this type of a issue, but the fact of the matter is, no, it's not okay. There's just so much that isn't okay about any of this, and you're just going with it as if it's some kind of, like, you actually think you're gonna get a medal for all of this? Like, you are not some kind of activist. You're not making a difference. You're making everybody feel uncomfortable. That's what you're doing.
is the day
Today
of
is the
my
day
bottom
of your...
surgery
What?
consult.
Why
The
are you
surgery
talking
is
about
to take
this?
my cake pop stick, hollow it out, flip it inside out,
And you're
put it
using the
inside.
food.
For the past 6 months, I have been getting electrolysis down there, which means they are
Once
zapping
again,
my,
if this is made
nethers
for
with an
adults,
electrified
why are you
poker,
not
to
speaking
make it so that
as if
their
you are
nether
talking
grows
to an
there
adult?
again. When I get there, he's going to look at me down
Okay.
there and see how
You
far
cannot be on a public area like a public transit bus talking about your mustn't touch 'ems and mustn't see 'ems and mustn't speak about 'ems on a train in a public area where nobody other than you yourself is consenting to this conversation. You can't do that. It's not appropriate for you to be saying or for you to be talking about this stuff in public where other people didn't tell you that they're comfortable talking about it. You might be crossing other people's boundaries. And it's not okay for you to be putting this stuff out in places where primarily kids are gonna see it. Do you get it now, Lily? Good job. Good job.
On the hair removal process has come. At which point,
sorry, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have, but I had to.
I want that date because I need to start
Oh gosh,
around that surgery because it takes like a year
what?
to recover from.
Seriously, why are you talking about your surgery dates and stuff on TikTok? This is getting creepy. You don't.
The appointment, so
okay, so do that. But
news, y'all. My surgeon said it looks really good down there. Apparently, there's a few more hairs.
Good. You shouldn't be doing recording during the appointment.
But beyond that, I'm good to go. I should have a surgery date on the books.
Why? Why are you telling people, oh, my surgeon said it looks really good down there? Excuse me?
For me in a huge way. Much sooner than I
Girl.
The surgeon was really nice. All of his assistants were really nice. I feel cared for and supported here, and I am just so happy.
Cool beans,
Today
let that
is the day
happen.
of
But at
my
the end of the
bottom
day,
surgery.
you shouldn't be documenting it on TikTok. You can do like video documents about this specific thing for yourself, but nobody on the face of this gosh darn planet, my dear, needs to hear a single thing about your bottom surgery. Oh my gosh. And once again, public place where there are most likely minors, because guess what? This is public transit. Really? A public transit? And in the hospital where there are most likely gonna be kids? Honey, no, I don't agree with you or anything that you are saying or doing because this is not okay. Now, there are a couple of more reasons that I am also not a huge fan of this specific creator, and would you like to have a guess at what one of them specifically may possibly be? Would you like to guess? Come on, somebody, give it a guess. I actually want somebody to guess. Like, I really do. I'll give you a minute. Did you guess? Did you guess down there? Okay. Okay, I gave you a minute. So, this one is titled, Point of View, You Misgender Me.
You misgender me.
Why are you putting that on your booty? I understand that you want to be called a she, her. I understand that you see yourself as a woman, that you are a trans woman. The fact of the matter is that if somebody not calling you a she is really the most damaging thing that is happening to you, then that's a you problem, honey. I don't know what else to say. But here's the next video, the next clip, if you will.
What I'm about to show you is a clip of one of my recent streams that went viral.
I'm not always the easiest customer. And also, they deserve it because they're servers.
Now, if you saw that clip all by itself, you would probably think that I don't like servers. But here's what you didn't see.
Because I take $20 on top of that because I'm not always the easiest customer. And also, they deserve it
because you
they're
obviously
servers and
don't.
working hard in the way.
There's another video.
I love how your own
direct
TikTok
servers from
incriminates
misgender.
you.
A trans influencer called a manager after she was misgendered by a server.
Now, to be clear, I stand by
This
this
is what
video,
I'm talking
but
about.
I am not trying to get anyone fired. I have a lot of respect for servers. I'm having this conversation so the next time that server has a trans...
How are you not trying to get anyone fired? If you were not trying to get anyone fired, then why would you automatically feel the need to call over the manager when this specific person was apologetic? Everybody who misgenders you while you were at the restaurants are so apologetic.
This is just the tip
And
of the
I'm sorry,
iceberg.
but if I had some full-grown person in their weird-ass, ugly little Shirley Temple ringlets stand there bossing me around, and then, like, act with that deep-ass voice that you have, just because you're wearing a skirt, I'm not gonna call you ma'am. Like, the way that you're acting and bossing me around, and, like, with that deep-ass voice that you do, like, I'm not sir, I'm ma'am. I'm sorry? Oh no, we are getting the full picture. we are quite muchly getting the full picture. And I understand that sometimes certain things happen that make people feel badly, that make you feel badly, that would probably make anybody else feel badly. But the fact of the matter is that we cannot base our emotional state on what other people are thinking, saying, whatever. If somebody accidentally called me sir, do you know how much attention I would pay to that? Absolutely none. Because I know I'd be manly as fuck. Look at these muscles. I'm a jacked woman, okay? Like, I'm sorry, I am. I might be a weak little baby bitch, but I'm still a jacked ass woman. And anybody who looks at me is probably, especially like if I don't have my wigs on, when I'm out in public, people who look at me, if I'm not like dressed like a girl, like extremely girly, especially like considering my jobs, people are gonna look at me and they're either gonna think that I'm trans or they're gonna think I'm a dude, because guess what? Ugh. I got the muscles. It's mostly all in my forearms, too, is the worst part. But seriously, like, you can't get upset about that. I wouldn't care. Nobody else would care. Why is it such a big deal? Why does it matter to anybody what you are calling them? And this is a question that I actually have. I would actually really like somebody to explain this to me down in the comments, and I would actually like to know if what I am thinking and assuming about this person is correct or incorrect. But the fact of the matter is that it literally just seems like they're trying to groom children without actually making it obvious. Like, they're going to everywhere that's public and talking about all of this stuff in public. Like, they're trying to teach kids to be trans. That's what I'm getting here. And I don't know if I like that. Got a text, asshole.
Is everything okay?
It's a little curious. I don't know if I should say something. But wait.
You want to show me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no one.
Someone texted you and said that I said something inappropriate to a child.
3 times they've done it.
Which child?
No child has been in.
Okay.
No child been here.
Yeah. So it's
How do we know that they're talking about a specific incident in this restaurant? How do they know that they're even talking about that day? It wasn't like a specific, oh, they said something inappropriate to a child while my child was in your restaurant. It could just be, oh, can you please not serve this person or have them in your restaurant because I would like to come in soon, and they said something inappropriate to a child and I found out about it. See how that goes? This could be a total misunderstanding between TikTok or this person and what's going on. Like, it doesn't even, and the fact of the matter is that I understand this could just be a transphobic person, but there's also the chance that it's just somebody who is actually making a complaint because their child could have possibly been put in danger by the specific TikTok creator because they said something inappropriate to them, and they seen this specific TikTok creator in this restaurant and then messaged the owner like, hey, can you please, like, ask them to leave because we wanted to come in today, and they were, like, inappropriately saying things to my child, and we're like, I better talk to the police soon. Like, could have been more specific, could have been less specific, I don't really know.
Do and say whatever they
People have too much time on their
they're
hands.
anonymous. Nobody knows who they are, so they're
Because even if it didn't happen, they assume that because I'm a trans person, that it is.
But we don't know that it didn't actually happen.
So that, of course, they're right. Even if they didn't see it, it happened.
Especially considering the fact that you're always saying inappropriate things, like comparing your genitalia to food in public places.
dumbfounding.
That's probably, yeah.
Say what you gotta say out here.
Don't text Crown and Crumpet. Yes, text Crown and Crumpet. If this dude is actually, like, getting in contact with your children and trying to, like, speak inappropriate with your kids, then yes, text Crown and Crumpet. Get a hold of Crown and Crumpet as much as you please if you see that man in there. Or if you see that woman in there. If you see that baby they in there. I don't care what this person is identifying as at the moment, because I'm getting pissed off. Especially with the way that things are like, unfolding in this. It's actually starting to miff me off. So, let's just go to the next video.
I bet you didn't know that Kurt Cobain was...
Seriously? Kurt Cobain!
You make countless videos about how it's not okay to assume one's gender, but now we're okay with assuming someone had gender dysphoria?
Thank you.
Here with us? Interesting.
That's what I think about the statement you're about to make, Miss Tino. That's what I think about it.
He called me sir twice.
The guy who dropped the food off, he called me sir.
The guy who dropped my food off, he called me sir.
I love this. So, and this specific video here is the full reason why I am starting to think something's wrong with this person.
When a kid tells you that they're transgender, believe them. A lot of people
A 4-year-old.
say that it's impossible for a 4-year-old to know if they're trans or not. But actually, that's not true. They can know.
I wanna
From
punch
day
it.
one,
I
gender is
wanna
baked into
punch it.
everything we do.
I
We either
wanna-
have a boy name or a girl name. Boy toys or girl toys. Boy clothes or girl clothes. So from an early age, kids understand the difference between boy and girl, and more importantly, which one they're expected to be. So it makes sense that if what they feel inside is different than what they're expected to be, then they might feel uncomfortable, and they might want to talk about that discomfort. And we all know that kids are good at talking about how they feel. For example, mommy, I skinned my knee. Mommy, someone called me a name on the playground. Or even, mommy,
I don't like this
wearing
video
boy clothes.
because
These are
this
all similar
this
feelings
make
of
me uncomfortable.
discomfort that we can talk about to our parents. That's not to say that all kids will realize they're transgender. when
This
they're
is making
a
me
lot
extremely
younger. I didn't
uncomfortable,
until I was
okay?
27, but I can't tell you how many people I've met that knew they were trans.
Okay,
before or
but
thought
those
they
people
were.
are also
So if you're a kid
adults
in your life
and
who's
started
telling you they're
transitioning
trans,
as
please
adults.
believe them. They know what they're
They're not
talking about.
currently
Your
4 years
support
old
might
and
save
have
their life.
Lily
When a kid
Tino
tells you that they're
advocating for them trying to literally permanently alter their body for the rest of their life. Why? Because Lily Tino said it's a good thing? No! No! Boulder Dash! That's disgusting! The fact that you even think this is disgusting. You need some serious mental health help. Okay? That's all I can really say about that is, honey, you need some serious mental health help. Because there's something wrong. There's something wrong. There's something severely wrong here. Oh my gosh. Please like the video if you like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because this is obviously your favorite YouTube channel. I am in a lot of pain, like emotional pain and mental pain and anguish from watching this. Like, I actually feel disgusted with society because this is deemed acceptable behavior. Yeah. Please dislike the video if you dislike the video, but leave me a comment down below and tell me why you dislike the video and what I could do to possibly make this content a little bit better. I'm gross still. I love you guys. Just be a good person, keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum, and please do not be the fucked up thing we cannot fix. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.